Good evening. For today's Tonight Top Story, where thousands of Malaysian university graduates continue to struggle finding employment, raising concern about the readiness of our education system to meet industry demands.
According to the latest statistic from the Ministry of Higher Education, nearly 1 in 5 fresh graduates remain unemployed within 6 months of graduation. Many employees report a mismatch between academic qualifications and the skills required in today's job
but they
market.
often lack critical soft skills such as communication, teamwork, and problem solving.
The issue is not limited to one sector. Graduates in fields such as social science, business, and even certain engineering disciplines face increasing competition. Meanwhile, industries like digital technology, healthcare, and technical trades continue to experience talent shortage.
But most of them asking for the experience, and fresh graduates like me don't have that. Oh my god.
To address this, the government has introduced several initiatives including industry partnerships, upskilling programs, and expanding technical and vocational education and training or TVET. But experts say stronger collaboration between university and employers is crucial.
Tonight's story on science. Russia announces a bold leap in the fight against cancer, a new vaccine that could reshape treatment worldwide. Russia has introduced an mRNA cancer vaccine called Enteromix. Early trial reports 100 efficacy with no major side effects. Unlike chemotherapy, Enteromix is personalized. It's built from a patient's own tumor profile, teaching its immune system to attack cancer cells directly. But officials say the vaccine will be offered free of charge once approved. But experts caution, larger international trials are still needed before it can be declared a true medical breakthrough. If the results hold, Enteromix could mark the start of a new era in cancer care, a treatment that's personal, effective, and accessible. For now, the world is watching as the science unfolds.
Thank you, Dad. I'm here at morning market where daily necessities are becoming more expensive and shoppers are clearly feeling the pressure. The prices of chickens, eggs, vegetables, and even cooking oil have risen over the past month. For example, the cost of whole chicken has gone up by nearly 20%, while vegetables such as spinach and cabbage are now twice as expensive compared to the last year. Many families say that they have had to cut down on dining out and focus on the essential items. Economists explain that these rising costs are linked to the global supply chain disruption, higher food prices, and weakening of the ringgit. Traders have also mentioned that transportation costs have doubled, and this directly reflected the selling price. To help reduce the burden, the government has introduced subsidies for essential goods and increased the monitoring to prevent unreasonable price. However, many Malaysians still believe more needs to be done to stabilize the cost of living. Thank you, and back to the studio.
Good evening. Today's topic is a topic that's rarely discussed, and guess what? It is depression or anxiety among teenagers. The latest National Health and Mobility Survey show that 1 over 4 teens now experience depressive symptoms, up from 1 in 5 years few years ago. Even more alarming, rates of suicidal thought among teens have climbing from 10% in 2017 to over 30% in 2022, while suicide attempts have risen from 6.9% to nearly 10%. Tonight, we delve into this silent crisis. Joining us is Dr. Adam, a child and adolescent psychiatrist who here to shine a light on what's silently happening in school, losing sleep, or even withdrawing from friends. Why do so many young people keep this struggle to themselves instead of reaching out for help?
Well, there are two major issues at play, and the first one is stigma. As in many Malaysian families, mental health is still seen as weakness instead of an illness. Teens don't feel safe to talk. This stigma is also amplified by social media, where struggling teens are often ridiculed or told they're just seeking attention. Second, even when someone wants help, access is very limited, as we only have around 623 registered psychiatrists in the entire country, and very few are specialized in children or adolescents.
Okay, doctor. Next, what is early signing that should parent, teacher or friend watch out for?
Well, there are a lot of signs, and all these signs can be really subtle. You might notice a switch from being social to suddenly withdrawing from friends and hobbies. Some teens may lose interest in activity they used to love, or their school performance might drop. Others show changes in sleep by staying up all night or sleeping far too much, and also changes in appetite. Emotional signals are also key. It can be from irritability, frequent sadness, or talking about feeling worthless.
Oh, never heard it before. Okay, last question. What can we do to make different to the young people?
Well, there are a lot of small steps we can start practicing, such as we need to start with conversation, normalizing open, non-judgmental discussions about mental health. Schools also play a role by providing accessible counseling and awareness programs so students know where to turn. On a personal level, encouraging healthy habits like regular exercise, balanced nutrition, limiting screen time, and maintaining social connection can build resilience.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Adam. I just want to say that our youth are not just statistics, but real people. We owe them our attention and support. To the young people watching, remember, seeking help is not a weakness. It is a sign of strength. And to the parent, teacher, or even friend, sometimes simply listening can save a life. That's all. Thank you. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today, I'm presenting to you about environmental cases that happened in Malaysia lately. First thing that happened is a phenomenal haze that happened in states around southwest Peninsula Malaysia, including Negeri Sembilan and Selangor, around July 2025. This tragedy was caused by forest fire haze from Sumatra, Indonesia. This event occurred through biomass burning and illegal deforestation. This has caused an increasing number in air quality index level. As a chairman for ASEAN 2025, which is Malaysia, it always a responsibility for us to reinforce strategies to avoid this event from occur again, not just for our benefit, but for others too. Through ASEAN Agreement on Transboundary Haze Pollution, it has boosting monitoring and pushing stricter control on open burning, and it has give a great impact in reducing haze for both countries. Next, we move to problem number 2, which have been a nightmare to Malaysia citizen, especially Selangorian, which is about water pollution. As we already know, most rivers in Malaysia have been contaminated not just by plastic but also by chemical waste that have been leaked by irresponsible factory in Selangor, where they just put their chemical waste without knowing that it affect thousand life and animal through food poisoning and skin problem. But don't worry, Selangor authorities have upgraded the Selangor Water Management Authority power, where those factory who has been caught doing illegal water pollution will be penalized up to 1 million ringgit and up to 3 prison year. Where on a national level, new provision included fines up to 10 million ringgit and 5 years in prison. This we hope can give great impact in controlling and even ending water pollution that has been a nightmare in our beloved country. In a nutshell, what I can say as a reporter, this problem need both commitment from government and ourselves, as it always been our responsible to take care of our environment so that our beauty can be tasted by our grandchildren too. That's all from me. Back to the studio.